Hi, it's math time with Mrs. Depper-Schmidt. As we continue our work with fractions, today we're going to compare fractions and decide which fraction is talking about a bigger part of the whole. I will alert you to the fact that my drawings are not precise, so you'll need to assume that I'm intending these three wholes to be the same size. The terms greater than and less than are used when we compare fractions, just like when we compare numbers. So we'll talk about greater than and less than. For example, 1/2 is less than 3/4, as you can see from the illustration. You can also see that 1/2 is greater than 1/4, just like 3/4 is greater than 1/4. It's very simple to understand that things are, you can put things in different orders according to their size and compare their relationships. If we were to use a number line to compare fractions, it would look like this. We have a huge jump on the first number line showing that 1/2 is about this much if our whole goes clear to this end of the number line. Similarly, a 1/4 jump is quite small. 2/4 would land here, and a 3/4 jump is greater than the size of a 1/2 jump because it goes farther along on the number line towards the whole, which is our number 1. Down below I've drawn some bars to show some fractions, and 3/8 are shaded in the top bar, 5/8 in the middle, and 8/8 on the bottom. With your eye, you can observe that 3/8 are less than 5/8, 5/8 are less than 8/8, and we can also say that 8/8 are greater than 3/8. 8/8 is also greater than 5/8. That's what it means to compare fractions. To put them, you can also put them in order according to how much of the whole they represent. With using less than symbols with the eighths, the model about the eighths from the previous page, they would look like this. 3/8 is the smallest. It's less than 5/8, which is also less than 8/8. That puts those three in order. That works great with like fractions because they have the same denominator, and we can just tell visually or understand that the number in the numerator is tells us how much of the whole there is. But when it comes to unlike fractions, things get a little different. I think it's exciting. For example, someone might say, which is bigger, 1/3 or 1/8? You could draw them and see which is bigger, 5/9 or 5/6. Again, drawing these will help. And our last example, which is bigger, 12/15 or 12/12? I'd like to have you think about that for just a moment. We'll talk about 1/3 and 1/8. You'll notice that these two, when we compare, are unlike because of different denominators, but the numerators are the same. We're only talking about one piece. Is 1/3 a bigger piece, or is 1/8 a bigger piece? Remember, we're talking about a whole that's the same size as each other. So 1/8 of that whole, when it's cut into more pieces, so the pieces are smaller. 1/3 would be a bigger piece. But what if we have 5 of something? 5/9 or 5/6? Once again, you have to think about how large the pieces are. Something cut into 6 pieces has bigger pieces than if it's cut into 9 pieces. So 5 of those pieces, 5 of the 9, are going to be smaller than 5 out of 6 pieces. All right, the same works with these last ones. The numbers are larger, but it works exactly the same way. a piece that's cut into 15, and we get to have 12 of those, or we get to have 12 of something that's cut into 12. Which would be more? You probably figured it out quicker than I can say it. 12 twelfths would be more than 12 fifteenths. So we now know a way to compare fractions if they have the same numerator, like these, or the same denominators, like these. And that's pretty straightforward, but we'll come to a trick for comparing fractions that don't have like numerators or denominators, and that will be our next lesson. Thank you for participating and working hard to get fluent and comfortable with fractions. Remember to be kind. I'll see you at school.